Thanks to Birth of the Dragon for sponsoring today's Nerdist news. We're breaking down the one detail you missed about the new Star Wars vehicles. Now, The Last Jedi will be lumbering into theaters in just a little over 4 months, and when it does, it will be bringing some seriously upgraded firepower. Throughout the build-up to the highly anticipated next chapter in the Star Wars saga, we've gotten some glimpses at the brand new artillery vehicles that will be deployed by both the Resistance and the First Order. And just this week, StarWars.com gave us a look at 2 more, the ATM-6 and the Dreadnought warship. So it looks like the First Order is really ramping up its crackdown on the Resistance, both on land and across the stars. Both of these ships are enhanced versions of some Star Wars classics. First, you've got the ATM-6, the next generation of AT-ATs. Now, those 4-legged land assault tanks that were first introduced in The Empire Strikes Back were famously inspired by the way that elephants walked. But these new ones took a design cue from a different animal, the gorilla. In an interview with StarWars.com, Lucasfilm design supervisor Kevin Jenkins explained that the simian inspiration came to him when trying to think of a way to defeat the AT-AT's greatest enemy, tow cables. Like a gorilla, the ATM-6 has a much more powerful, aggressive stance, making it much harder for them to trip over their own 2 feet. But while the ATM-6 redesign may have gone for brute force, the new starship, the Dreadnoughts, seem to be much more sleek and streamlined. As you can see from the pic, gone are the sloping surfaces of the original Empire Star Destroyers. Now, these babies are as flat as the beer in the Mos Eisley Cantina. But why is the First Order taking on such a postmodern aesthetic for its new ships? Well, it seems the new design ideas came all the way from the top, director Rian Johnson. In his interview with StarWars.com, Jenkins explains that the Dreadnought basically evolved from story reasons because Rian needed a new battleship and that it required a flat surface with gun turrets on it. So very intriguing. Johnson's script required a starship with a flat surface. It leaves us wondering what exactly the story purpose for this could be, and the way that we see it, it could mean one of 2 things. First, the flat surface could be for the benefit of the First Order. Perhaps the Dreadnought is designed for enhanced maneuverability, or maybe it will serve as the base for a bunch of interlocking ships to create an even more powerful and intimidating weapon. However, the fact that Jenkins says it was required for story reasons implies that Johnson really wasn't thinking about the military logic behind the design decision when he made them. Instead, he probably thought of a scene first and then realized he needed a flat surface to best accomplish it. And that's what has us thinking that this might be a sign that we're going to see something that we've never actually seen in a Star Wars movie before, a spacewalk. Now, it's kind of surprising to realize it, but no Star Wars movie has featured someone putting on a spacesuit and actually walking around in space. And since Johnson has already admitted that he's interested in exploring facets of the Star Wars galaxy that we haven't seen yet, it would make sense that he would want to do this too. Now, we're guessing that he wrote an action scene where Poe or Finn or some other character has to run around the exterior of a Star Destroyer in order to sabotage it, and Johnson demanded a flat surface to pull it off. We will have to wait and see when it hits theaters in December, and if we're right, it's gonna be awesome!
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
That will look so cool. But what do you folks think? Do you dig these new vehicles? Why do you think the Dreadnoughts need flat surfaces? And what animal would you design your AT-ATs to look like? Let's discuss. And thanks to Birth of the Dragon for sponsoring today's Nerdist news. In 1964, Bruce Lee took on Wong Jackman in one of the most controversial fights of all time. Birth of the Dragon is the film inspired by this epic true event. 2 kung fu greats face off in the ultimate fight between old school and new school. Check out the trailer right now and go see Birth of the Dragon in theaters today.